Hi everyone. So today I would like to talk about our mindset and how does it affect our everyday lives and what does it even mean? So let's think about it. Mindset. So that means how is our mind set? Essentially, I imagine it as this switch or this knob, and you could turn it left or right. And to the left, your mindset would be fixed, and to the right, your mindset would be growth. So, what that means is that if you believe that, or if you have rather a fixed mindset, that means that you believe that your intelligence, your skills, your abilities, everything is set and exactly determined already, and you can't really reach any new potential, you can't get any further than your limits. And then there is the growth mindset, which essentially means that by having a growth mindset, we believe that anything about us, any aspects about our intelligence, skills, or character traits, or way we think or feel, or our potential, that all these things can be worked with and changed if we decide to do that. So this is really a fundamental difference. So are you on the left side? Are you turned to fixed or to the growth? You can tell by reflecting on yourself and kind of taking a look at your life and at your situation at your situation in the past, and you can remember how did you respond in those situations. Let's say someone introduced you something what you have never done before, and the person would ask you to try that too, right? Let's say playing tennis, and you would say either fixed mindset. You would say something like, "Oh, I've never played that, and that's not something I'm really good at." Or did you say, "Oh yeah, I've never tried it, but I would love to try and see how it goes for me. And I'm sure that over time I will get good at it. It's just about the practice," right? That would be something, someone with a growth mindset would say. And this is really something what makes a big difference of what kind of life we experience in our life. So if we really think about it, if you want to stop having certain experiences, or maybe you want to start having certain experiences in your life, you have to change your mindset, right? So if you always dreamed to be a painter, but your mindset is that you are really bad at painting and that you could never learn that even if you tried, then chances are you will probably never be a painter and you will never learn that even if you try, because you will actually never try. Do you see what's happening there? The mindset actually starts this circle where it keeps us in that place where we never really take any new things on, right? Or we never try those new things what are like out of our mindset. If you think about it, our mindset is almost as this room where there is everything about us. Imagine a square room, and there is all our beliefs, all our skills, our intelligence, our charisma, our habits, all our potential is there. And really, if our mind is set to this specific room, we will never really experience experiences in our life would require a different set of room. Do you get what I'm trying to say? The point is that if you don't really get to a new room of new way of thinking of a new way your mind is set, you will never really have these new experiences, or you will not stop having the experiences you want to stop having, right? So your mindset is like this. It's like these glasses you see the world through. And it goes really a long way. You could have a mindset that you are a victim and that everyone around you and everything is happening just to hurt you or to somehow damage you, or just everyone is against you, or everyone is trying to somehow harm you. It's that you are just you're a victim of the world, right? Like you are suffering and you will just always suffer. So if you think about this, this is your room, this is your mindset, and it's the room of I'm a victim. And if you really stay in that room, like the borders of this room, the walls, will never allow you to experience a life where you are a superhero, where you're someone who takes on any new challenges, or where you feel like you are in control of what's happening, rather than things are happening to you and you are the victim of those events and of those peoples. So this is really something what we all need to realize and think about, and what kind of mindset room, if you will, do we live in, and what kind of room do we actually keep in our mind. For that will actually really direct what kind of experiences we will and or will not experience in our life. So another example what I can think of a mindset would be someone who is constantly angry, right? There's a mindset, the mind is set to angry. I'm angry, everything makes me angry. Everything essentially stimulates me, makes me really upset, and I get angry about everything. We want another type of a mindset you could be living. And that's why I'm asking you to actually think about what is your mindset. And the best way how to do that is to take a look at the past of your past experiences in your life and see and try to just close your eyes and take a moment for 5 or 10 minutes and try to remember experiences in your life where someone offered you to do something new, or where something really like a strong experience or emotional experience or positive or negative experience happened in your life, and try to reflect and see what was the actuator of that, like what made it happen. Was that the mindset? Is that the room you were at the time of that event of that event happening, right? So for example, if I remember that last time I got really angry because I was driving in traffic and someone cut me off, well, is that something what repeats in my life? Do I get often angry? Is that something what I tell myself? Like, oh, I'll drive in the traffic and I'll get angry because just I always get angry, right? So this is really something what would be really beneficial for you to get present and mindful to recognize your own mindset. Another really good example of mindset, what I just thought of, is that I have to fight for everything. Like my mindset is I'm a warrior who always have to fight for everything. I mean, you would think that would be a good thing, right? But if you think about it, sometimes we subconsciously, unconsciously get ourselves into situations in life where we on purpose create experience so it fits into our mindset. And it's something called the confirmation bias. And confirmation bias is actually quite interesting thing. It is a behavior or a tendency of people to behave in a certain way. And the behavior is that we try to interpret or see things or experiences or events in a way that it fits our values and beliefs. And we tend to dismiss or completely not see things what don't fit into our values and beliefs, or in other words, in our mindset, right? So as I was saying, if someone has a mindset of I'm a warrior and I always have to fight for everything, well, they will see everything through the lens of this confirmation bias, that everything in their life they did, they had to fight for, and they had to win it, or they had to really struggle, and they had to somehow suffer, or, you know, like as a warrior, usually the warrior, when they fight, they have to prepare and really work hard for it, and maybe suffer some hurt or damage. It's the same thing. This kind of person, or this person with this kind of mindset, will see their life through this lens, which means even things what other people never had to fight for or had to put way less energy into achieving or experiencing, these people who have a warrior mindset willingly, subconsciously, really suffered and worked hard and really fought for it, right? And there's people who live like this their whole life. Their whole life is a big battle. And then there's people who have a different mindset, that everything comes really easy, right? And as we have established, whatever mindset you have, this is these kind of experiences you will experience, right? So same as someone who thinks they are a victim, they will always experience experiences where they feel like a victim, and through the confirmation bias, they will see and always confirm, yes, exactly, again, this happened and I'm a victim. Everyone is against me and everyone hurt me. And the same thing with the warrior mindset. Someone who is a warrior, they will use the confirmation bias, subconsciously of course, and they will interpret every experience in their life, and most of the important experiences in their life, as they really had to fight for it. It was really hard to get it, and they have to suffer, some pain for it, and with their pain and sweat, they have to fight for this thing. And this is, of course, what they will experience, right? And someone who believes that things come easy will essentially have experiences of things coming easy to them. Maybe the amount of work they had to put into it is pretty much would be, let's say we have two people, and one person has a warrior mindset and the other person has it all comes easy mindset, right? Even if those two people want to, let's say, buy a house, this person with a warrior mindset will tell you that they had to really fight for it and they had to work really hard to get that house. And the person with that it all comes easy mindset will just say, oh, that was easy, I just did this and that and I bought a house. But if you would compare the amount of work both of these individuals did, you would realize that maybe they did pretty much the same thing, same amount of work, they put same amount of energy into achieving that goal. But the process to get to that goal was completely different for both of them. For one person, it was a struggle, battle, right? Blood and sweat. And for another person, it was a joyful ride. At least that's how they see it, right? So what I'm trying to say here, what is my point, is that you can really decide if you want to be sweating and bleeding to get to some goal, or you can just have a nice, joyful ride. You can just be grateful to have that experience and see it as it was rather easy, and I didn't have to suffer and work that hard for it, because at the end it's all about how we feel about our life and about the experiences in our life. And you can imagine that someone who thinks is a warrior will feel completely different than someone who thinks that everything comes easy to them, right? I would think that one of these people would be way more frustrated than the other person. And this is the whole point I'm trying to make here, is that your mindset is really something what will determine what experiences you will have or you will not have in your life, and what emotions you will have on a consistent basis throughout your life. So how do we change that little room, that mindset room we are living our lives in? Or how do we take off these glasses of that victim mindset, or warrior mindset, of always angry mindset? Well, it essentially means that we have to reprogram the things that we tell ourselves, right? It's like being this mind architect. You are like creating a blueprint and then actually building a new mind. And you are literally building a new mindset, new room where there's all your beliefs and thoughts and your potential, your skills and everything. Because with your new mindset, if you believe that you can play tennis and it will be easier for you, suddenly in your room there is tennis and you are able to play it. That experience will be in that room. You will have it in your life. Same thing with the painting. If you believe that if you will practice and you will buy all the brushes and pencils and you will start painting, and after a few weeks you'll be pretty good at it, well, guess what? After a few weeks you'll be pretty good at it. It's really simple like that. And even though it sounds simple, to actually reprogram that mind and create a new one, that requires repetition. It is a simple process, but it's not something what can happen in 1 minute and it's done. The way how this works is that we have to decide that we will think differently, that our mind settings or mindset will be set a notch to the right or to the left or wherever you want to take it, right? So my most favorite way how to do this is to meditate. And in that meditation, we can not only see what kind of mindset we have based on looking on our past experiences, we can also decide what we will tell ourselves in the future experiences. And we can literally practice it in that meditation. We can imagine the situation, we can think of the situation to the smallest details, because our mind is just amazing. It's like this 3D virtual reality, but except it's our reality. So yeah, we can meditate and then imagine these new situations and then decide the new set of thoughts we will tell ourselves when we will be in that situation. And that works really well for me or for someone who does meditation. And I'll be doing guided meditations in the future, so definitely jump in those. That will be something I'll be addressing there for sure. But for some people who don't really meditate or are not really into it, or for some reason it just doesn't work out for them, you can simply try to just do these reality checks with yourself whenever you are going through your day, right? So let's say if you can remember whenever you're checking your phone, that you want to be kind of doing a little check with your mind and seeing like, oh, what mindset am I in? Is that the one what I want to be in? Or is that a different one that I would like to put my mind into, right? So you don't have to meditate for hours and do all this. It can be as simple as this. Every time you can pick up the phone, try to remember that you want to do a 5-second check of your mindset. And if it is where you want it to be, like great, just continue. But if it is not where you want it to be, then reprogram. Just be like, okay, well, what is my mindset I want to have? What is something what will be empowering me in this situation or the rest of my day? And this is really, I think, the easiest way how you can start. Eventually, you could do this pretty much with any other thing you do on a daily basis. The easiest way how to introduce this is to connect it with another thing that you do, or rather you have to do every day, right? Shower, brushing your teeth, eating, checking your phone. You do that hundreds of times every day. All of us do. So again, to change your mindset, you first have to see what it is, what mindset you have, and then you have to decide what mindset do you want to have, or rather what experiences you want to have in your life, and what kind of mindset will take you there. And to do that, try to do these check-ins with yourself whenever you are doing something else throughout your day. As I said, for me, phone worked the best. You can even have little reminders if you are into those things, and just your phone will beep and it will say, just, where is your mind at? What is your mindset? Is it where you want to be? And that will help you greatly to change your mindset, and which means change the experiences of your life, which means change how you feel about your life, which means completely living a new reality of your life, right? You will step out of that old room and you will walk into a new one. You'll put those glasses down and you will see the world through a new glasses, maybe fancier ones, the ones what you actually want to have, right? Okay, so that's it for my video today about mindset. I hope you guys found some value here and it gave you some valuable information, and it gave you some food for thought at least. And if you did, please like or subscribe below. And if you would like to get in touch with me, you can go to our website, milimarcenter.com, and I will leave all the links in the description below, so you can reach out if you want. And as usual, have a wonderful day.